Greetings, family, and welcome to Live with Chatufa. We were talking just a day or so yesterday, is it, where we were discussing on the issue of Timba and the others. And our question was that what is it really with the Mnangagwa concerning the issue of Jameson, Timba, and the others? We were actually discussing on the issue of why these people have been kept in prison for this long, while we have seen many other people arrested after them being released, and yet Mnangagwa holds on to Timba and the others. And our question was, what is so special about their case? Because looking at the circumstances behind their arrest, you'd realize that there was nothing extraordinary that they did except to just have a meeting, just that meeting. I don't know what it is. I don't know what details really Mnangagwa thinks that he has or he got about whatever it was that was being discussed there, that has made him so jittery to the point of wanting to see these guys incarcerated for this long. We have seen the people that were arrested before the Sadiq being released, but still the Timbers and the rest have been left behind bars. And just today, Timba and others convicted by Mnangagwa courts. Finally, they've been convicted, and of a crime that is non-existent. And that is one thing that is so disturbing about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe really is in pain of Mnangagwa controlling everything from the judiciary, the police, the military, whatever it is that you can talk about is just under control of one man. And whatever that he deems he wants to do, he just does without even thinking twice. So convicting these comrades of ours in the struggle is really something that has shocked the nation, because we have always known that ZANU-PF plays tricks. All of the things that they will be doing are just dirty political games that they will be playing there. And the courts actually know that these people will be very, very, very innocent. They will be just playing some tricks. All that we have known is they simply want to incarcerate people and play around in delaying tactics and turning them over and over so that they can just feel the pinch of the prison, and then eventually they are let to go without a conviction. But this time around, I don't know what it is that Mnangagwa has felt that he needed to do some conviction. But to be honest, these are cases that, when revisited again later on in the future, when Zimbabwe is free, really, they will really be very, very embarrassing. And even the judges or magistrates who would give such verdicts, they will be in serious problems because of such kind of verdicts. Because there are cases that you would look at and you see that there is no evidence whatsoever of any crime that has been committed, but then you are forced by a corrupt politician to send somebody to prison who had rights as a citizen to be free in his country, and then you decide to do that. And remember what we have always been saying, that there is no excuse. These guys, the magistrates and the judges that Mnangagwa is using right now, they will never have any excuse as to why they've been doing this. Because the excuse of saying that I was threatened or I was given an instruction to give such a judgment, that one does not hold water at all. You can't give that as an excuse and you get away with it. So it's really very unfortunate that we've finally seen these comrades of ours. Some have been released and some have been convicted. So we have seen Gift of Stalos Sizba writing on his tweet account and saying, it is said that 29 of the Avondale 48 have been acquitted by the Harare Magistrate Court. The rest, including Honorable Timba, have been unjustly found guilty by the regime in Harare. We reiterate our unwavering position. All 48 are innocent and must be released. After 166 days of pre-trial detention, justice demands their immediate freedom. Just imagine how did they arrive at separating these people and saying 29 are innocent and the other 48 are guilty, when these people were actually gathering for one purpose, gathering in the very same venue, gathering for under one banner, and whatever intentions that they wanted to have, it was just one thing. So what is it that has happened with the other that it makes them different from the other person. So you see that is just an exposure. It's just exposing the courts of Mnangagwa, that they are so corrupt. They are just kangaroo courts. There is nothing really that is of substance that is being done in those courts. So after all these years, I mean, all these days, the 166 days that these people have been incarcerated, I don't know why, before trial, but that is, I don't know why anyone would ever want to see them going on. Because really, even if they were found guilty today, but the truth of the matter is these people were simply supposed to be allowed to go because they've already served their sentence. They've already served their sentence. Whatever that it is that they committed, it could have been maybe 1 month imprisonment or 2 months, but that is already more than that by far. So I don't know whether there was any consideration of, or maybe the sentence has not finally been given. So we haven't gotten enough information on whether the sentence has been given. Because if the sentence is given, did they consider the length of time that these people have already stayed in the remand prison? Just imagine, because that has to be put into consideration. If courts are really still functioning accordingly, but of course, we know that it's unfortunate that in our country, our courts are not functioning as accordingly. They are functioning according to the doing and the will of Emerson Mnangagwa, and that is what it is. So he's using the judiciary system, he's using the correctional services as his platform for punishing people, for inflicting pain and disturbing the plans of the opposition, and that is what it is. So he thinks that is going to derail the movement for freedom. But I'm telling you, the people of Zimbabwe, they know what they want. People of Zimbabwe are tired of ZANU-PF. People of Zimbabwe, they know who their true leaders are. People of Zimbabwe want change. ZANU-PF will never, ever continue to force itself on the people of Zimbabwe and succeed. One of these fine days, something is going to give. And that is the truth. Whether they like it or not, something is definitely going to give. And that is not far from today. So whether they believe it or not, they must get to understand that there is nothing that lasts forever. Mnangagwa's rule will not last forever. Mnangagwa's rule will get to an end like all other dictatorships of the world that we have seen in the past. So there's nothing so special about this dictatorship itself, that they might think that they will be extraordinary and different from the rest of the dictatorships that we have seen in the past. Is not going to happen. Freedom for Zimbabwe is coming, and God is in it. Thank you so much, family, for joining me on the show. We will continue to be joining up together as we continue to give you updates on this very platform. Let's continue to support the platform by our subscriptions, liking, sharing, and also putting our comments there so that this platform can continue to also thrive, just like our main channel, Chatufa TV Production. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. You are blessed. Till we meet again. Shalom.